Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, step right up for another episode of Cardboard Insanity.
Shut up and sit down.
That's right, Horsey Avenger. It's go time.
I know. I've been waiting for it all week.
Can I tell you that I'm too tired to do this today?
Really?
So, tabletop day yesterday.
You are worn out like a little kid that just played all day and played all day and didn't want to stop and didn't want to stop, and now you just like bonk.
Yeah, now I'm paying the price.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I got hit by a bus.
Well, you got hangry.
You got hangry too.
Well, yeah, but I think I held it together better than you did.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So we went to international. It's not just tabletop day. It was international.
International tabletop day.
It's not just United States tabletop day, or maybe the Czech Republic tabletop day, or Tanzania tabletop day. No, friends. International. And as we are an internationally award-winning podcast, it's fitting that we pseudo-hosted a game day.
Well, it makes sense.
At our local store yesterday. We were at Nerdageddon in Brighton, Michigan, which is not far from the middle of nowhere where we reside.
Beautiful little store.
It is. It's a wonderful little store. And I would say, of all the game stores I've been to, I have met a higher percentage of fun people there. And I don't know why that is. Maybe just dumb luck. But either way, I'll take it. So we had an awesome day yesterday.
We do. I think they create a really good environment there for people to come in and just kind of check things out, even if they're new to the hobby.
Yeah.
You know, they, Chris and Shalini make it really comfortable for people to just come in, browse, try out new things.
Hang out, sleep on the floor.
Well, no.
I mean, I think maybe they would cook you food. No?
I'm pretty sure it's frowned upon.
I haven't tried it. I mean, luckily, I haven't had a need to, but I can imagine some of those midnight pre-release Magic tournaments, I could probably be sleeping on
I
the
don't
floor.
know how they do that. I have no idea. I couldn't do it. Well, it's like 9:30 lights out for me.
I don't even think 20-year-old Steve wanted to do that. Old Steve certainly doesn't want to do that.
But you did do Magic tournaments, didn't you?
When I was younger or there?
When you were younger.
I did, but I never did any midnight release tournaments.
No, you didn't?
No. We would start playing. We would have played from 6 o'clock in the evening until like 2 o'clock in the morning, but I wasn't about to start at midnight. That's just preposterous. I did get up at like 5:30 once for a tournament. It was a long drive. It was worth it.
Okay.
I did terrible and had a lot of fun.
Well, so it was still worth it.
Long story short of my Magic career.
Yeah.
I spent money I shouldn't have on cards I didn't need and did not do nearly as well as I had hoped, but still had fun.
Okay.
So, in a nutshell, if I was to have a Magic player collector card, that's what it would say on mine.
Okay.
Let's talk about Tabletop Day.
Yeah.
International Tabletop Day.
I know. It was a lot of fun. I wasn't sure what to expect.
You didn't go with me last year.
No, I didn't.
I went there last year because my dad was here.
Oh, that's right. I was hanging out with your dad.
Lucky you.
And, we had a good time. We did.
I feel like I need to insert the sound of crickets there.
We actually did. We just sat around and chatted. And
my dad's good people.
Yeah. And you went out for a couple hours.
I did. So this year was a different sort of deal because they actually had a Magic tournament going on. It was Shadows over Innistrad release day. So they had a Magic tournament they don't usually do on a Saturday, in addition to International Tabletop Day. And that store was hopping.
It was crazy.
It started off pretty tame. I want to say by like 4 o'clock, things were it was borderline out of control. There were so many people in the store. And I have to imagine that was good for them business-wise.
I would hope so.
Right. There were so many people in there. If everybody in there spent $1, they would have had a ridiculously good day.
I was getting claustrophobic at one point.
And it's not a very big store, but it was. I mean, I do. So you can only imagine how. Thank you, medication. You can only imagine how I felt. But we did manage to play some games. We started off with Roll For It.
Yes. Which I had not.
No, we had not played that one before, and now we have, and that's all we're going to say about that. Then we played, you played Saboteur.
I did.
With 8.
Yes.
And I bowed out of that one because I was feeling a little claustrophobic, so I let you guys play.
And I had never played Saboteur before, and I looked at my hand and I thought, well, I've never played this before, but I have the worst choices I could possibly have in my hand.
Yeah, for not being a Saboteur, you did have about the worst cards ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was supposed to be a minor, and my first move...
You're too old to be a minor. Oh, M-I-N-E-R, not M-I-N-O-R.
Boo.
Oh, people that listen to this expect bad humor. It's one of the trademarks of the show. What kind of stupid joke is he going to make this time?
But I didn't. I had missed one of the instructions that I could discard a card and just draw a card. Mm-hmm. So I thought the only way that I could get rid of these horrible, horrible cards in my hand was to play them. And my first move made me look like I was the Saboteur, and everybody turned on me. And then I spent the rest of the game trying to convince people, no, really, I'm one of the good guys. No, for real.
Once you're accused in that game, or like Battlestar Galactica, or I imagine Dead of Winter, you are forever accused.
Yes.
There's nothing you can do to redeem yourself.
It was a tough battle.
It was.
It was tough.
I watched your game. I came in a couple times and watched. And I sat in the back and read some rules for other games and.
It was a lot of fun.
I like Saboteur a lot. Yeah. I just, that was too many people. That's what I thought it was too many people. It turns out later we'd play with just as many people in different games. So I guess I just had to get used to the waters. But after you played Saboteur, we played Codenames.
Yes.
With a couple groups of people.
And we had not played Codenames before. Nope. You had picked it up a couple months ago.
Oh, God, I got it before Christmas, probably like October.
Yeah, I think you did. And we just did not have an opportunity to play it.
No, only because we don't play a lot of group games. But we figured that was a perfect opportunity to play something that was very easy to teach and that people could sort of come and go from if they needed to. And it turns out we were spot on.
Yeah.
It's actually, that's a great game. I see why it gets all the love as the most popular party game on Board Game Geek, because that's very easy to teach. You know, anybody could play that game.
And it's a lot of fun.
So when we go see Luke and Brandy this year, we got them a copy of that for Christmas. And I'm sure they haven't played it, so we'll play it when we're there. Teach them how to play it. That was the game of the day as far as new stuff for me.
That's true. Yeah.
So after that, what did we play after Codenames? Lost Temple.
Lost Temple.
We played Lost, which is fitting because this is part 2 of our Bruno Faidutti interview show. Mm-hmm. So we played Lost Temple with 8. We played it with maximum player count.
Maximum capacity, which we had never done.
And I've never played Citadels with that many. The most I ever played Citadels with was 6. Mm-hmm. And they're very functionally the same concept. There's some tweaks that make Lost Temple different because it's more of a race than Citadels is.
Right.
You're building things. But anyway, this is more of a race. And yeah, that was an adventure. It actually played great with 8. I was surprised.
I was really hoping that I would swoop in at the end, and I almost made it.
You did. You almost made it.
Almost made it, because I kept being in last place, and I just had the worst luck of all. Mm-hmm. But I thought I'm just biding my time because I get the first pick of the cards, and I'm just going to shame myself to the front line at the end, and I almost did.
And you almost did. No, I was surprised. You and I, it's funny. We've played that game with 2 players and with 8 players. So we've played it at the max and the min. It's definitely better with more players than 2, but it's still actually a pretty solid 2-player game. But it was actually fun at 8, and everybody liked it when we got done. Yes. I kind of blew the rules a little bit because it was impossible to read and comprehend in that room. It was so loud that, I mean, seriously, like I had to go walk around the corner over by the bathroom to get like a little bit of solitude so that I could parse.
You disappeared, and Shalini was like, well, what happened to Steve? I'm like, he's just around the corner reading the rules.
He's going to his normal place, the bathroom, to read rules. So we played that, and then we wrapped up with a game of Mysterium that I basically, administered. I dungeon mastered the...
You dungeon mastered it.
Yeah, because we had you who have played it 4 times, I think, and then 6 other people that had never played it
before, including the person being the ghost.
Right, and so it only plays 7. I say only, like that's some sort of drawback that it only plays 7. So I was like, well, I'll facilitate. I'll check the rules. And again, like I literally had to go sit in the bathroom for a minute and try to I'm like, I can't. I have no idea how to. I don't remember how to play this game. Usually I remember pretty well, and I can look. I could not remember. And it was so loud in the bathroom still. But as soon as I closed the door, I literally went.
You had that reprieve.
I did.
Like, oh, solitude.
No,
finally.
really, it was, and that's cool because that means everybody was having fun.
Mm-hmm.
So the vibe in that place was unbelievable. There was just the energy level was so high, but it made it impossible to try to teach a game.
Yes.
But that said, we did manage to have a very good game of Mysterium,
which we kind of broke it into two pieces.
We paused in the middle, and some of our players did not come back for round 2 because they were doing other things.
They were in a boss monster.
Boss monster, yep. So while a bunch of people were playing
yes.
boss monster, we taught Too Many Cinderellas from Grail Games. We taught that to some peeps who hopefully will listen to the show, and I think everybody liked it.
Yes, I think so.
That's another one of those games that sort of astounds me. Always, people don't get it when you first explain it. And then at the end of the game, the first time, they're like, oh, okay, let's play again.
Yeah.
It's just how it works.
Always like that. It's like they look at you like, yeah, I think I kind of know. I really don't get it. So let's just play it. And it's so quick.
Right. So you learn to play it once, then you play again.
And as soon as you get to the end, everybody's like, yeah, okay, let's do this again.
Yeah.
This is good.
And the guy playing, so we get back to Mysterium. The guy playing the ghost, his name was Matt. Matt did a phenomenal job at giving clues.
Yes.
He really did.
Which I completely butchered my first clue. I still can't believe I did. He gave me the best card possible, and I completely blew it.
You did. That's okay. He managed to get everybody through their clues in 5 rounds, which was great because you remember the time we played with my mom.
Oh, and
she
came
lost
down to
because she refused to listen to you guys. That was amazing. And he gave such good clues. And then at the showdown part at the end, I don't know, I'll call it the showcase showdown, whatever. We just blew it. We totally blew it. I guessed something completely irrelevant.
I was the only one that guessed it.
The rest of the group all agreed on one thing, except for Horse the Avenger, who actually had the right one.
Yeah.
But since you can't talk about it, that makes it hard.
Yeah.
That makes it really hard, but a clever
we're
game.
Supposed to be psychics.
You're psycho. Does that count?
Maybe that helped.
Yeah, probably a little bit. That's an amazing game. I just like to. It's just such a cool game to even watch, and the way that all the cards get used multiple times, and your little tokens get used for multiple different things. Just brilliant execution.
And the presentation of it is beautiful.
Oh, it's phenomenal. Multiple times during the game, people said, like, can you buy this artwork? Because the cards are just so nice. I don't have it in front of me, and I have no idea who did the illustrations. And frankly, I don't know the names of the gentleman that designed it. But what a wonderful, wonderful game that is. Yes,
that was a fun one to play at full complement.
Yeah, because we'd played it previously 4 players, so 3 psychics and 1 ghost.
Right.
And it's crazy with more.
Yeah.
It's definitely stuff happens and there's communication and just very clever game. I liked it. I enjoyed watching you guys play it. I'm looking forward to getting a chance to play that again.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Speaking of your favorites, I want to say the day was April 26th. Let's see. Today's the 1st, 30, 29, 28. It was the 28th. It was Thursday.
It was Thursday? Yes.
Yep. And so we were taking a walk. We decided to take Squeaky out for a walk. And
because it was semi-nice and we really didn't want to do yoga
It was super crappy, but I just kind of wanted to stretch my legs. But either way, we decided to go outside. And as we were walking past this one field area, the Horsey Avenger goes like, and I look, and we see this bird flying away with this majestic yellow underbelly that could only be one species.
It was golden and it was glorious.
It could only be one thing. The elusive northern flicker.
It was a northern flicker. And I actually saw it. And I almost hyperventilated. I'm like, look.
So you now have proof that they exist.
Yes.
Or at least one.
Yes. And it looked like a young one.
Do you think it was as fat as the one Todd had the picture of?
No, it wasn't even close.
That's because there's no northern flicker that fat.
It was a baby one.
Maybe.
or the one that Todd had.
What
just
if they're like
ate
Highlanders
everything else?
and that there can only be one flicker, so that one just keeps getting fatter because he's eating other northern flickers.
What a beautiful bird!
Yeah, I know. I've seen them before.
Well, now I'm kind of sad that was my one and only time.
Some people never see a flicker.
Yeah.
You should consider yourself lucky.
I do.
It's